The DROID brand has been around for quite a while and it's time for a refresh. This year we got two flavors of the Motorola's and Verizon's blessings, the new DROID Turbo 2 and the DROID Max 2. The Turbo 2 is an updated and redesigned and re-engineered successor to the original DROID Turbo, which we liked very much. So let's go ahead and see what this new one is all about. If you let the box do any of the talking, then the differences look quite small, at least from a packaging standpoint. Only difference is the number 2 in front of the turbo and the slight size difference. But the real magic lies underneath this lid, and there she is, the brand new DROID Turbo 2, ours done up in this redesigned silver ballistic nylon. It immediately feels recognizable as a DROID, but more importantly as a Motorola product. But we'll go ahead and put it aside for now, and let's see what else you get inside the box. There is a folder here full of quick start guides and whatnot, and finally the new turbocharger, but unfortunately, like the Moto X Pure, this is one whole piece. There's no separate USB to micro USB cable, which is rather annoying. The new DROID Turbo 2 has been given a bit of a makeover inside and out. First, let's start with the new build. The Turbo 2 has been given the Moto X treatment, now boasting a full aluminum and magnesium frame, like the frame you find on the Moto X 2nd generation and up. But also means the phone feels much more substantial in the hand, yet it doesn't feel exactly like the Moto X. That's probably due to the nylon backing on our unit and also the non-aggressive tapering on the sides to fit a massive battery. Compared to the old Turbo, it's definitely a huge step up in build quality and feel in the hand. Size has also changed. Now a 5.4-inch Quad HD AMOLED display lives on the front, up from the 5.2-inch size of the last generation Turbo. And last but not least, the Motorola dimple has a new home on the backside of the DROID Turbo 2. Now for the internals. The Turbo 2 is packing a SnapDragon 810 processor, clocked in at 2 GHz, 3 GB of DDR4 RAM, and the Adreno 430 GPU. Storage comes in with a standard 32 GB, but you can go up to a 64 GB model, and standard as well is a micro SD card slot for expansion. New for the Turbo 2 this year is the addition of Qi charging and PMA wireless charging. Both technologies work on one single device, which is super awesome. Battery wise, we are looking at a massive 3,760 mAh internal battery, which Motorola claims 2 days of battery life from one single charge. I'll definitely be putting that to a test and report back to you in our full review. Camera wise, we are looking at the same 21 megapixel unit off the Moto X, which does 4K UHD video and fantastic looking photos. If this is anything like the camera on the Moto X, you'll definitely be happy with it. On the front, we are looking at a 5 megapixel front facing camera and again an LED flash like the one found on the Moto X mounted on the front. Now one interesting hardware feature of the Turbo 2 this year is the Shatterproof Display. The Turbo 2 doesn't use Gorilla Glass or glass like most devices these days. It actually uses a whole construction to make it way more shatterproof. It's a 5-layer system to protect the plastic, yes, plastic display. With that system, Motorola is guaranteeing you that you will not shatter your display in 4 years of its life, with drops, sitting on it, smacking, and doing all weird sorts of things to your phone, and it shouldn't budge. Now over to the software. It's actually running Android 5.1.1 Lollipop, which is kind of a surprise. I'm sure Marshmallow is on its way, but the real question is how fast will it roll out to these Verizon-controlled devices? It's sort of weird going back to an older version of software because to me, it already looks far outdated. But anyway, this is the brand new DROID Turbo 2. It's available starting at $549 off contract on Thursday at Verizon Wireless. Make sure to leave me some questions below if you want them answered in my future videos as well as my review. And as always, my name is Marco Hanna, and I'll catch you in the next video.